What's going on YouTube? It's R32 Epiphany. This video will be showcasing the new pulse rifle Corrasion. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna roll with it. So, in this video, we'll be covering the PvE and PvP gun roll recommendations and everything you want to know about this pulse rifle. So, let's jump straight into it. So before we can get into all of that other stuff, we first gotta cover all the perks you can get in the third and fourth column of this weapon. So starting out in the third column, you can get air trigger, perfect float, pugilist, eddy current, enlightened action, perpetual motion, and high impact reserves. In the fourth column, you can get Eye of the Storm, high ground, frenzy, swashbuckler, bullshot, one for all, and focus fury. So we're gonna first start out in the PvE section before getting into the PvP. So to start out in the PvE, our first recommendation would be something like Pugilist and Bullshot, with Pugilist being final blows with this weapon generate melee energy. Dealing melee damage briefly improves this weapon's handling. Pairing that with Bullshot, which is reloading this weapon after defeating a target, overcharges this weapon for a short period of time, causing it to jolt on its next hit. So this is a nice combo. So the jolt, I think, will also apply into your Pugilist, giving you melee energy back in return when you get a kill and you reload and all that good stuff. So with that, moving on, we're gonna go with something like Focus Fury and high impact reserves, with Focus Fury being in the fourth column. So we're gonna do this one first. Dealing half of the magazine as precision damage grants this weapon bonus damage. The shot count is reset whenever the weapon is reloaded or stowed, and then pairing that with high impact reserves, which is rounds at the end of the magazine, deal more damage. So I think this will be a very good roll as well. Lastly, I would say something like Eddy Current Bullshot, which temporarily increases reload speed and handling after sprinting or while amplified. This effect is improved when you are amplified. Pairing that with Bullshot, which is reloading this weapon after defeating a target, overcharges this weapon for a short period of time, causing it to jolt on its next hit. So those are pretty much the PvE roll recommendations I have for you there. Moving on into the PvP section, what we're going to start out with first is something like Perpetual Motion and Eye of the Storm, with Perpetual Motion being this weapon gains bonus stability, handling, and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. Pairing that with Eye of the Storm, which is this weapon becomes more accurate and boosts handling as your health gets lower. So these are a nice PvP combo as well. As another roll recommendation, I would say something like Enlightened Action and Swashbuckler. This is interesting. Dealing damage improves reload speed and handling. Pairing that with Swashbuckler, which is this weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. So it kind of goes hand in hand as well. As a final roll suggestion, I would say something like Perpetual Motion and Frenzy, with Perpetual Motion again being this weapon gains bonus stability, handling, and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. Pairing that with Frenzy, which is being in combat for an extended time, increases damage, handling, and reload speed for this weapon until you are out of combat. So those are pretty much the PvE and PvP roll recommendations I have for you. If you found this video to be helpful, useful, and informative in some way, be sure to smash that like button down below. If you enjoy my content here on YouTube, be sure to smash that sub button down below, as it would be greatly helping me grow this channel and reaching more amazing people like you watching this video. You can also go find me over on Twitch, where I'll be streaming sometimes, but not always. But we're working on that. You can also find me over on Instagram as well, where I do montages, video updates, stuff along that nature. So yeah, with that being said, this is R32 Epiphany, and I'll catch you next one.